I scaled my trading by simplifying everything. Here's the only strategy you need in 2026 and the rules to make it work. Look, I know what you're going through. You've probably tried 5 different strategies this month alone, watching YouTube video, jumping from scalping to swing trading, indicators to price action to different market structure, thinking this strategy is going to be the one. But here's what nobody tells you. The only reason you're not profitable is because you are strategy hopping. What if I told you that the traders that are making the most consistent amount of money aren't using tens of strategies, they're using one framework, one process, and they've mastered it. By the end of this video, you're gonna have the complete framework that I use, no fluff, no complexity, just the exact strategy that I use every day to pull profit from the markets. We are gonna start with, gonna go over the main components of the technicals. We're gonna start with the high time frame analysis and identifying our monthly, weekly, and daily levels, which I call horizontals. This is a very easy, simple first step to breaking down any chart. It's giving you not only levels towards the upside, but towards the downside. And as a trader, I don't really have a bias in the market. I kind of just trade with what I see. Essentially, we're looking for on these double tops and double bottoms, marking these down with the horizontal ray as well. And I'm not gonna, as I break down the chart to the daily time frame, there's gonna be a lot more dailies than per se their weekly and monthly levels. I'm not gonna break down anything under 25,000. If you need to do that on your own time, you can. I'm just gonna get across the point here. Mark off our weeklies, and I do put everything inside an object tree and everything is organized due to the fact if I do need to clean up the chart a little bit or see something from a different perspective, I can just quickly erase everything. Pretty good. And as you can see, there would be a weekly level here, but as the monthly level is there, the higher time frame trumps the lower time frame, so there's no point of me just putting a level on top of this level. That makes no sense. We're gonna continue just to keep the monthly level there. When we get down to the daily, there's gonna be a lot more daily levels. And as I just mentioned, I don't wanna put levels over top of levels. This is at $1,000 price range, so that's still fairly big if you came to that on a local time frame. $1,000 price action is still fairly huge, and this is range high, so I'm gonna mark that one. And like I said, this is just giving you ranges for higher levels and lower levels to prepare yourself for not only higher, but for lower. And each of these levels are not traded as an exact level. So if the price comes into it, every level I am about to show you is treated as a zone. And as long as it's holding on per se as support, you're trading it as support. If it's holding as resistance, you're trading it as resistance. Fairly simple. Now with the object tree, we've now finished the levels, and as you can see, if you want to just erase the levels quick, you can just simply do that. Very organized, very efficient. And yeah, now not only are we prepared for lower levels, we are prepared for higher, and we can go break down and incorporate a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown on the lower time frames. So I always start with the levels. Now we are gonna break it down to the hour time frame, and we're gonna identify our swing highs and swing lows of our local range that we are trading. So as of right now, we are trading between 72,200, which would be swing failure pattern range high, and our swing failure pattern range low from 68,200. If you're not familiar with swing failure patterns, I'll pop up the video too. You can go watch that. It's essentially just liquidity sweeps from lows and highs, and obviously you're looking to short lower or short highs, long lows. And how we've identified these range highs and range lows, I'm gonna break down simple market structure. Obviously, we've put in a low. We've then found a high, we've then found a higher low, we've then found a higher high. So right now we're trading within this local bullish market, which is an ascending pattern, and ascending patterns tend to me, they break down, versus a descending for me is a bullish divergence, and an ascending pattern is a bearish divergence. So as you can see, we have identified swing highs, swing lows, and we are continuously trading within this market. Right now, we have not changed any sort of MS structure, nothing. If we are to sweep liquidity from this low, sure, we can look to head for higher, and or we come into a swing failure pattern of the range high, then we look for shorts. Okay, so now that we have identified our swing high, swing low, I'm now gonna pull a Fibonacci retracement. Now Fibonacci's, getting into this, I will pop up the settings right here just so you can see them. Screenshot that if you need them. I will go over roughly what each level means right now, and you're only pulling the Fibonacci retracement from right to left, or you're only pulling it from range lows to range highs, or range highs to range lows. You're never pulling it backwards. So like you'd never pull your fib from here to there. That is invalid, and that doesn't hold any sorts of confluence or relevance. Now you can see here, the 618 to 786 is gonna be your golden ratio. That is essentially where you're looking for your lower highs and higher lows to be found. Obviously within this situation, we're looking for a higher low to be found as we're trading a local bullish market. But if I were to pull the Fibonacci per se from this high to this low, the golden ratio would be within here to look for shorts, as that's our main area of resistance. I'm gonna go over this one now because this is what we're trading. So now with this, you just wanna incorporate as much confluence as you can to make it make sense, to make it what you're looking for. So I'm gonna pull now an anchored VWAP from range low. Now I'm gonna pull a fixed range from the local range that we were trading. Now within this whole zone, this to me is a strong area of confluence, and until we have actually lost this zone on the higher time frame for me, which is the 4 hour plus, buys are in the scenarios, and there's no reason not to look for buys right now. This is a strong area of confluence. Right now we're holding it as support. We're gonna trade it as that way. Just yesterday, just to show you guys, I did take a trade within this area off volume area low. There was a daily level there as well yesterday, so there was a little bit more confluence. We'll go to the Discord here so you guys can see. Did post this yesterday at 2:30. Ended up closing towards 9, so it was about a 6-7 hour trade. I hope my timing was right there. And I made 30,000 on this. If you go and look at the Discord, this guy made 100%. This guy made 200 bucks. This guy made some money as well. Didn't post a signal because he's a bum, but whatever. So now that we have got our confluences all in order, now we're gonna be looking at how we are actually looking to strike in this market and reversal points and how I'm approaching this. So at the point in time, I am, like I just said, until proven otherwise, trading this area of support, so I am looking for buys. So for me, this is something along the lines that I will look for today, and what I would essentially like to see is range low, swept, this swing failure pattern from this low, come into the 382, then we actually reclaim the anchored VWAP back with inside the volume area low, and then we look to scale towards volume area high, if not swing failure pattern high. And that's essentially what you're looking at. And if price is to just completely fall, like I'm not just striking as you come into this level. Like I said, I'm looking for that retracement. I'm looking for a double bottom. I'm looking for some sort of confluence to show me that there's some sort of bullish strength within the market. So something like this, as you can see, we found a low, got that move up, got that back test, and that 15-minute retest of the double bottom. That is the buy we took yesterday, and that was a great trade. Ended up closing at one of the golden ratios on the Fibonacci, if you see here. That was a Fibonacci sequence in the 618 and 705. That was our closure. So now it's just simply understanding price action, market structure, knowing what you're trading, and then as well, once you have all this and you've driven your bias on Bitcoin and without even looking at USDT, now you're gonna head over to USDT, this is why I like to trade Bitcoin, because you can correlate it against something like this, and USDT is the exact opposite of Bitcoin price action. So if USDT is coming into a high resistance and Bitcoin's coming into a low, obviously you're gonna be looking to long Bitcoin versus looking for lower on USDT. And I will show you guys here on how I do view this. And like I did mention, I'm only viewing this on the 4 hour time frame and higher, and like just because I wanted to drive my bias. I'm not actually trading USDT. I'm just trying to figure out where its direction, like which direction it's headed, so I can base my Bitcoin trade on that. So obviously I've just let you know that I am looking for buys on Bitcoin. And as you can see here, USDT is at range highs. Now what we're gonna do now, so you can see, we're just gonna compare these two so I can show you quickly. If I'm gonna compare charts, I put them into line graphs because it's a lot easier to see the divergences within the lines versus the candles. And this is just very simple. You can look at this yourself, obviously. Okay, so ascending price or descending price action, we got a breakout in USDT. Ascending price action, we got a breakdown on Bitcoin, okay? As you can see, exact opposites. When this was coming into a low, Bitcoin was coming into a high. When this was consolidating in an ascending pattern, this was consolidating in a descending pattern. And this is just simple market structure patterns. Like, it sounds very cliche, but this is very important to know, just so you can incorporate all types of different divergences and have every single confluence needed to take on a profitable trade. So now with that, obviously we're at range high. This does not mean that USDT could not come higher here. Most definitely could. But when you're at range highs, you are looking for shorts. So right now we're trading within that golden ratio on the Fibonacci, like I mentioned. And for me, as long as we're trading below this 786, buys for me are going to be good across Bitcoin. Invalidation for that would be flipping the 786 and on the higher time frame, obviously, of course, daily. And yeah, but with this, so even if USDT is to come up to the 8.2%, that would drop BTC into this golden ratio, where then we'd be looking for buys. Or if this is still showing signs of strength to go higher, then we would not be taking on that situation, or we would not be taking on the buy position. We'd be looking for lower prices, which essentially you'd want to be short from range high up here. Unfortunately, I'm not in this short as of now. I did fall asleep the one night that this was happening. As you can see, the time that I was going to enter that, I was asleep. Yeah, just trading your bias, not holding one grudge or not I'm not favoring one perspective of the market. A lot of people are crypto enthusiasts and you just want crypto to go up. But the power of Bitcoin is it's so volatile, and honestly, you can make way more fucking money when you're selling the market versus buying the market. That's what I find. I'm definitely more of a short seller. So now we've went over the correlation of BTC. We went over our daily, monthly, and weekly time frame levels, breaking it into a lower time frame, understanding market structure, understanding price action, anchored VWAPs, Fibonacci's, the fixed range. I don't think I showed the fixed range settings. That is that right there. Screenshot that if you need to. You can only use this too if you're paying for the subscription on TradingView, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's basically all the confluences that I'm using and how I'm approaching the markets. I kind of went over approaching entries, approaching exits, approaching invalidations, not keeping a bias in terms of direction of the market. I'm open for lower and I'm open for higher. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up the technical aspect of things. Okay, so that's gonna wrap that up. That's basically the strategy, but that's only half of the mix. There's still the psychology, the balance, and everything that I'm about to go over. That's gonna wrap up the strategy and the technical sort of things. Now we're gonna get into the psychological aspect of things and dealing with like just habits that I have as a trader for myself and rules that I go through on a day-to-day basis to make sure I'm not, one, over trading, two, having balance within my life, because balance as a trader is the biggest thing. If you do not have balance, I will tell you right now, you might as well just stop trading. Taking losses and then you're trying to chase losses, obviously money runs. If you're gonna start chasing money, your money's gonna fucking disappear very quickly. In terms of weekly loss and daily limits, I have been trading with FTMOs and prop firms for years. So I mean, I kind of have the perception of very managed risk in the back of my head because I've been managing those accounts for several of years, and obviously you don't want to lose those accounts, and you have guidelines where you can't lose 5% a day or 10% overall of the initial thing. And that's kind of how I guideline my personal trading, but in a different scale. So like if I'm trading a client's account, yes, 10% is my max drawdown. If I go 10%, that is, I'm cooked. I take a minute to reset, I reevaluate everything. I take a couple days off the charts, reset, and then I get back to it. For myself, it would all depend, and like, as in you for a trader, it all depends on your trading strategy and how many trades you're taking a month. Like if you're gonna take 15 trades a day, you can't be risking 1% to 2%, 3%, 4% on each trade. It doesn't make sense. You're gonna be risking a little bit. I mean, you could. I also do use a MyFX book, which I do not journal. I don't know if this is gonna sound crazy. I've never in my life journaled my trades. I don't care, fucking 9 times out of 10, if someone's telling you to journal their trades, that they're selling you their journal, or they want you to purchase their thing so you can journal your trades so they make more money. For me, I kind of keep up to it. MyFX book is a system that journals everything for you, like, and it's all noted down. Everything's online. You can go connect your account, whether it's MetaTrader or something, put your account details in there, and it's going to give you the complete account analysis. Like you can see everything from your trades that you're taking, your hit rate on certain pairs, like if you're trading Forex or USD, JPY, and AUD-CAD, and AUD-CAD for you seems to be 10 or 100 times more profitable. So you can kind of be like, okay, well, this is more profitable for me. Now I don't want to trade this. I'm going to focus towards this. Yes, leading back towards the balance sort of things. As a trader, this is stressful. It's a stressful business. You're not willing to lose money, first of all, lose yourself trying to fucking make money. Like this is not a game for the weak, but balance is key. When I first started to trade, I had no balance. I had nothing, and I was chasing money every day. I'd lose money, I'd make money. Sure, I'd probably come up with profitable. Some days I wouldn't be profitable. But balance is key in finding out. Balance for you could mean anything. I don't care if it's spending time with family, spending time with friends, going for a walk, just anything to divert yourself from the chart, just like to decompress, because you don't need to be fully focused on the chart. And even when you're in a trade, like, I mean, I'm emotional myself. I mean, you could attest for this, but like you get emotional, it happens. It's part of the game, but it's something that you've got to overcome. And it's like the second that you've taken a trade, you've got to know your risk. And the second you click buy or sell, you have now lost your money. Like you should now be in the mindset, not that you should not be in the mindset that you want to lose the money, but you should be okay with the loss, because trading is a game of compound and you're going to lose to make money. As long as your wins are outweighing your losses, that's pretty much the breaking point of trading. Just figuring out your strategy, figuring out what works for you, how you can get in the market, take out profit from the market, and detach yourself from the market, and then when a new setup presents itself, re-enter back into the market. Cluing into probably one of the biggest things is just surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. If you're gonna try and trade and you're going on Instagram every day and you're seeing a bunch of bullshit posts and it's like everyone's got meme pages, and I'm not saying don't follow the meme pages, don't do that, but if you want to surround yourself with the space. So if you're trying to become a successful trader, you should be following successful traders and you should be figuring out what they're doing on a day-to-day basis. Or if you're clicking on your Instagram, you don't want to go and see fucking gorillas having sex like you want to fucking see someone that's talking about trading or talking about psychology or talking about something in their way of bettering themselves. And it doesn't just have to be trading, it can be anything in the world. Just something to portray a better image of yourself. You want to be doing at least 1% better a day. I aim for a little bit more than 1% better a day, but surrounding yourself in a network of community of, doesn't just have to be traders, but it should be traders or just entrepreneurs in general. Someone that is pushing each other to be better people, make more money together, experience life together, and essentially just grow as a whole, grow as a community. This is not a game where you're not gonna do, I mean, you are gonna do it alone, but I tried doing this alone and it took me 3.5 years to actually learn how to make some money. I've had clients come in within 6 months and they've quit their job. Now some of them are making $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. And I can attest to this because I have friends from my hometown that I have got and they have quit their job now and they're full-time trading, and I will pop up whatever. So I'll find some screenshots of Noah Gerard. I'm throwing him out here on the bus. One of my best students, he's fucking absolutely killing it right now. He is still working a job, keep in mind, but he gets paid very well, so I understand why he does that. And then another student like Ali, like I'll pop up Ali's success. He's been my student for 5 years now. He's made north of $5-6 million. He's just opened a cafe up in Jordan with his mother, just bought a new house. He's doing fucking incredible. And I'm gonna get a video testimonial for him to pop up right there. I'm gonna get him to record that, I will. Alrighty, okay, with that, video's pretty much coming to an end. We talked about psychology, risk management, my strategy, what's working 2026, what I'm doing now, finding balance within your life. Honestly, having the right environment is going to be crucial. And that's why I have created my Discord. And sure, call me a course seller. There is a free section and there is a paid section. There is a free course PDF that I'm about to drop today. So if you're watching this video, that is in the Discord for free. Check that out. I got YouTube videos coming. Pretty much, I think I'm doing, what am I doing? 4 videos a month, trading related, 4 videos, lifestyle. Everything is posted in the Discord, from my trades to life experiences, to market updates, to daily updates, to trade recaps. I provide so much value within that Discord. It is not even funny. If I had a group that I'm providing right now when I was trying to learn, like the level of success that I would have attained so much quicker would be fucking remarkable. But I didn't have that group. Now I have built my own group of successful traders, and it's just a small, tight-knit community. It's $150 a month, or you can join the free one. You can watch my free YouTube videos, and I still hop on calls with the free community. It's not that serious. I'm not trying to sell you my course. I don't have a course to sell you. All right, so before you leave this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, leave any tips or anything that you would want to see in the future. I do have a link in the bio to join the community. I recommend doing so, or at least joining the free version of it. Well, that's gonna wrap the video up. This is a 2026, what's working, what's not, and full breakdown of my strategy. If you're not making money in the markets, I recommend you listening to me and getting to work right now. I'm gonna put the TradingView link in the description. I will put my broker's link in the description, depending on where you're from. I have a Canadian broker, I have a Dubai broker, and I'm pretty sure the Dubai broker is good for Euro citizens as well. If you're in North America from US, you're troubled a little bit, but we'll figure that out just in terms of like tax purposes. Yeah, it's gonna wrap things up.